back with more Hades. Hasn't been too long. Hasn't been too long at all. And our whole goal... Oh, nice Aphrodite poster. Forgot about that. Gotta try this. So it's a heavy bash. Bull rush like before. Dash strike. Heavy throw. Okay. And I can load that. Okay. Oh, here you go, Skelly.
Wow, now get a load of what you got there, boy. Wait, really? That's for me?
Yeah, man, for you.
For my leg.
Nah, man, that's for you, man.
I'm really giving this to you, mate. Now go enjoy it, will you? Once I've finished pummeling you some more just for the sake of it.
All right. So, we'll keep the same setup for now. And, I doubt that we want the dark regeneration, but we will check. Oh, we do. We do want the dark regeneration. All right. Huh, so it seems that I failed with the shield and the sword most recently. All right, let's see how Beowulf treats us.
Lord Ares, please accept this.
Well, after we liquor up Ares. I get the impression that Nectar is like alcoholic, but I'm actually not sure.
How gracious that you keep me in your thoughts. Know that likewise I keep you in mine.
All right.
I know that you have many aspirations, my good king. To be plain with you about my own motive for a moment. As long as you continue bringing swift and steady death, you shall have my unyielding support.
Interesting. This is probably the one, right? It's hard to say. They're both pretty important. Slicing shot, agony, pain, dash, aid. So I got 2 for agony and pain. Wait, were there 2 for dash too? Agony, pain, dash, aid. Slicing shot. Agony, pain. So I do specifically want agony or pain. So we'll do this. Does seem like it does significantly more damage. Maybe not though. Okay. Oh, a Daedalus hammer? Why wouldn't I? Maybe because the health was more important, but... Not my best showing. So... if I were to do this to one of those crystal guys, would I just be, like, trapped? Like, blocking his attack, but not able to, like, get close enough to him, probably? During your dash, your special is faster and deals 200% damage. Really?
Deadlier than ever.
It's very weird. Okay. I don't totally understand it, I'm gonna be honest, but it sounds like there's a difference, right? Between that and kind of has like its own verbal cue. Yeah, it does seem stronger. Okay, sure. I'm convinced.
Next.
Yeah, of course.
Who doesn't love this stuff?
Definitely could use the max health. Or maybe even should have gotten it before. But obviously, those fated choices, man. You gotta do them. It's fate. Who am I to fight against destiny? Okay. What else do we have going on? A few more goons here, there, everywhere. I feel like I should have more of a plan. But I really never do. We just kind of go in and see what happens. Maybe a plan is a bad call though, because like, what do you do if you don't get any of the stuff?
Peace and quiet.
I feel like that's the biggest reason I've failed the runs that I have failed. Zeus? I don't think Zeus and Ares get along. Yeah, we've already gotten Vengeful Mood, so I don't really care about that. Do I care not so little about it that I'll go to Charon? Maybe not. Maybe so, though. I feel like Zeus would be kind of a waste right now. Because I have to get something, and then... What's up, dude? I have to get something that gives lightning, then static discharge to really get a CC out of it.
Don't go thinking I'm just being kind to get you to lower your prices for me. That would be unconscionable. Charon,
What's up, dude?
I always thought Olympians never consorted with chthonic gods such as yourself, but it sounds like Hermes is a close colleague of yours. You wouldn't happen to know why he's helping me, would you? I'm sorry, mate. I meant you no offense.
Wow. Took that one a little personally, I guess. All right.
A wretched snake.
So it seems to me a little bit of this is like out of sequence, I think. But I think, or I get the impression that Hermes and Skelly are in cahoots.
Pretty close with Ares, aren't you?
And that's where Skelly came from, but I'm not so sure.
If I were you,
Ares
I'd
keeps,
watch
or
myself with
Zagreus keeps asking everyone as if it isn't Skelly, and I'm not sure what's up with that either. I know I have something with for Ares. Strike, Flourish, Dash, Aid. Your cast damages foes around you with a 10% crit chance. That's so interesting. Dash is okay. Particularly with the shield. I'll probably do that a decent amount. Oh, man. Another Pokemon. Oh, gosh. I was not ready for this. Oh, you know who I haven't done at all?
I know you're out there.
Your
fish.
boy. One of the best water types of them all. Wooper.
A sea creature.
That dude's oblivious. Oro and Tempo. I think. Is that true? Maybe not. Maybe it's oblivious and water absorb? Yeah, that might be better. Oh, what a bad placement. It's alright. It's interesting how much dashing is important to the build at the moment. I'm not sure why it seems that the shield will bounce off of 2 enemies. I'm not upset about it. I just didn't think it would do that. I thought it was a one and done. Maybe that's a Beowulf thing? I'm not sure. Alright. Oh, did I turn off Dark Regeneration? I mean, at this point, it was probably worth not turning it off. What's up, Thanatos? What's up, dude?
We'll catch up later. Now let's deal with these wretches and be done.
It's interesting that Thanatos is still working with me.
Who dies first?
Because ostensibly I'm still trying to break out, and that seems like something Thanatos specifically would probably be trying to prevent, but... Alright. Oh no! Oh, he didn't get that one. I thought for sure he did. I don't think I can... Yeah. I don't think you get anything special for getting every single enemy. I wouldn't be surprised if you did. It would be pretty cool, but... a little short. I don't think that's worth it. Sure, 10% here, I guess.
Here's something for the show.
Thanks, man. What's up, dude?
Me once once again there, huh? I have to admit, you're not as bad at all of this as I expected. First I found you, I was certain that you had no chance at all.
Yeah, I got better.
I seem to have this whole easy to underestimate thing about me based on a decent sum of my relationships. In any case, I always welcome your appearances out here. I know it's not been easy for you, Then.
That's fair as an assessment, I would say. But then again, it's never been an easy time for me. I know I have to do my job, but I don't have to keep on helping you like this.
Sure.
What, you're telling me this is it?
Hmm.
You're just going to leave me to my own devices then? I prove myself to you, something like that?
Yeah?
No, you deadbeat, I'm telling you the opposite. Why do you think I keep on showing up? You may not really need me, Zagreus, but I will take these opportunities to help. I take it that's all right.
It is all right. Thanks, Then.
It strikes me as something. Strikes me as something that I would say, where Thanatos is like, no, 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 I'm trying to tell you that I want to be here. And it's like, well, why didn't you just say that? And he's like, I thought I did. All right.
It seems I need to look for better help.
That's that.
I think we go this way. Get this Ares and Artemis situation. I need that slicing shot, that cast.
One god or the other.
But we go Artemis first, right? Oh my gosh, it's actually worse to go Artemis first, because if I get slicing shot, I can get the duo feat from Artemis. Or if I do it in the other order, I cannot.
How very gracious.
Slicing flare is not what I need.
What else we got?
Slicing flare is still not what I need. I guess we do this.
Oh, good. Just when I had almost forgotten what an arrow to the back felt like.
Sorry, Artemis. Sorry.
Do it, Artemis.
It was optimal and it didn't pan out. I betrayed my friend and I got nothing out of it. Nothing but sadness. I'm sorry. I do feel kind of bad about it, to be honest. Hey.
I could keep hunting you until you're dead, but there's too little meat on you to make it worth my while.
I guess we do support fire now. Or could do this. Probably not, though. Probably special. Well, this is epic. So we'll do pressure points for the extra crit chance. Just for the extra crit chance.
I'll take it.
Oh, I can't afford that now. I just impulse bought the darkness, but maybe I should have gotten the Ares for slicing shot.
There you are.
Electo and Tisiphone.
You know, Redblood, my appointments usually don't come to me, much less again and again. Think I'm here?
Electo, I just like to see you menacingly smile. And hey, having to deal with you now and again beats having to fight Meg all the time.
You think dealing with me beats dealing with that weakling?
Wow, she's mad. She didn't even say more words. She just growled. I mean, I feel like I'm doing okay so far. It's not so bad. Definitely taking ship damage here and there, but, you know, such is life. Yep. Phew. Those saw blades are so nasty to look at. There we go. Later, man.
That's that then. Got it.
Oh, right. No, I do need the dark regeneration because I had already... Yeah, I did that on purpose. I just forgot. Can use this.
This one.
My
Going up.
friendly summon. He'll destroy my enemies. I wonder what it does when you upgrade it. Do you get more uses? Does it do more damage?
Hot up here.
Probably more uses, right?
Long way to go. I think I'm ready.
Alright. A little bit of Hermes. I guess my cast is pretty empowered at the moment. Oh, wait. Oh, is that why? Maybe I can't get slicing shot because of this. Fascinating. And also unfortunate. Probably mostly unfortunate, honestly, but...
Lord Hermes, sir, you fast for nothing in return, and so please take this humble offering, because it's nothing, really.
Well, no, that's awful kind there, cuz. No need to thank me, though. Not so profusely, anyhow. You're close with Orpheus down there. You get the chance
Yeah.
to tell him I said hey. He's pretty decent with that lyre of his last time I checked.
Indeed. Maybe this? Yeah.
Godspeed. On to the next one.
Alright. So, right now we're just rocking Ares and Artemis. And they don't super jive with one another just because I have really no way of getting the slicing shot at the moment. I don't know how I feel about this. It's okay, it's just... I don't know.
That's good.
Seems like a bunch to do for, like, not a huge payoff, if you know what I mean. I don't really have anything else I can use my cast for, except that, but... Even then, I feel like just ignoring it is also probably fine. Works against those guys, though. Helps if I land next to the target. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe I'm underrating it. It's probably okay. We go Ares here, right? Not a lot that he can actually do for me by himself, though, realistically. So yeah, I guess we go Hermes instead. I need another god to pair him with. I wonder, did Zeus have anything for Ares? I don't think so. Oh, but Zeus and Artemis, then. I don't think so there either. You know, I was kind of like, just simply not reacting, and I realize now that just having my shield out was actually a perfectly fine reaction, just waiting. Well, I don't think I took any damage.
It's Hermes.
Probably this one. I'm dashing a lot.
Let's go.
Athena or Aphrodite? Alright, so we already have plenty of Ares. Certainly not going to make that happen. So Athena. Strike or flourish? So flourish. Yeah. Okay. Athena it is. Uh-oh. Looks like my neck crashed a little bit. That's not very good. It's okay. It'll be part of the recording. Don't worry.
The witch's circle.
No, I definitely should have just waited. Maybe I should do it here.
No problem.
Yeah. It's probably the time to do it. All right, Athena, what do you have for me?
Simple token for you, goddess. Although it's insufficient thanks for all
Oh
the
yeah,
good you've
hopefully
given me.
flourish.
You are most gracious, cousin, to extend this offering. You honor me, yet I would ask you think of your well-being for the time, not mine.
Remain relentless in your effort to escape, dear cousin. In spite of all our differences, perseverance is a quality we all possess.
So none of these.
Let's see what else.
Still none of these. Brutal. Guess we'll do bronze skin. And then, just hope to find more of her, I guess. Oh my, that's silly. I just missed. It's okay. Oh, interesting. Kind of didn't expect the knockback. That's alright though. Seems like one whack is enough for them. Kind of damage boost through it. It's actually not even a damage boost, I guess, technically. I don't know how else to describe it though. Like meaty through it, I guess. It's not exactly a meaty either. Well, the attack is. The attack is a meaty, but I'm not using it as a meaty, right?
Don't make me laugh.
There's definitely gotta be a term for that in that fighting game term, right? It's kind of like a clash. Not that I know much about fighting games personally. I just like the fact that their terminology tends to be so specific, but also highly applicable to other games. Super Armor's a big one. I don't know if that comes from fighting games, no, necessarily. Obviously, I guess I don't know the origins of any terms. I just know about a lot of them through the fighting game community. All right. A little bit of max health for the road.
Centaur strength.
So it's going to be Lerny, Theseus, and Asterius. All powered up.
If only you knew just how I feel, Lenny.
No, the shield actually seems quite nice for this fight. I see. Kind of messed that up. No, I should have waited. It ended up working out, but I should have waited a little bit longer. Seems like the Blade Rift flare is actually quite useful here.
Who needs a neck anyway?
It's going pretty well so far, no? Might even be my best clear for Lerny yet. Or, you know, type 2 Lerny. Oh, fascinating. I thought I was just gonna stand there, but I think something hit me from the other side. Kind of wish the blade rift lasted a little longer. Seems like it's kind of there and gone, you know? All right.
Good, no more heads.
All right, all right. Me cruising through. Certainly could do this. In fact, we'll do both.
Money.
I think I need more health in order to beat Hades. Maybe even Theseus and Asterius, but certainly Hades. Oh, we got that fishing spot. And we caught a whooper before. So,
Fishing point there.
this one's an apology to Small Ant, but you know what we have to do next. Come on, go ahead. The timing was dramatic, but it's no longer. A Quagsire. I actually quite like Quagsire. I think his affinity for Whooper just makes it so that he dislikes Quagsire by proxy. But actually, he probably has spoken about it specifically. I would not be surprised at all. If it's been like, if it's a relatively well-known thing, like what exactly the issue is. To me, though, it's very hard to dislike the, stronger, de facto stronger version of a Pokemon. It's just the way that I am. Nice. Oh my gosh. Well, that works. Where are the bad guys? Oh. Hey, what's up, dude? Why are you already out? This is probably the one, right? This is also pretty good. Kind of effectively doubles my stuff, but I've been using the Bull Rush a decent amount, so. You can react. React. Wait. Wait. Can I react? Does it? I think it just maxes out. Wow, it's like... I'm trying to listen for the audio cue. It's... I can't tell a difference at all, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button, silly. Oh, why would I do that? What are you doing? I'm not sure about the Daedalus Hammer if I chose the right one. A little bit more damage resistance? Probably. Probably heal up all the way.
Wretches, take him now.
No, no, I missed. Oh, that dodge was actually kind of huge. Ooh. There we go. Try not to get hit by the arrow. There we go. Now we're talking. Probably not a full heal. Yeah, but that's okay. We took a long time in there, but I don't think I need the Infernal Trove. So we got an Athena. We still don't have Flourish, though. Yeah, I think we go to Athena and try to get this Flourish. Demeter. Fascinating.
Why not?
Do we get Demeter? Is there anything we can get from Demeter? I don't think so. Yeah, no. Okay. So we ignore her.
That's a relief.
Zeus again. But we have Athena now, so yeah, nothing with Zeus. So is there anyone that I would want to get?
Bit of a break.
I guess no, huh? Right? Aphrodite would be fine. Or would she? Didn't I ignore her? So we have Ares, Artemis, and Athena. I can't get that. I could get this, which requires Dionysus. I could get this, which requires Athena. Poseidon. Poseidon and Dionysus, those are the ones that I'm looking for. Oh, I still haven't done this too. Yeah, okay. It's like, am I just being way too particular? No, there are people that I want to get stuff from. I'm just not encountering them. And I also do need health, so I'm not too upset about missing out on Demeter. I don't think Demeter's the answer here, because I would be getting it on my Flourish, which is fine, but I feel like I want, like, weakness. Even Hangover would be okay. Alright. What else are we doing? Nothing? Mostly just these guys again? I mean, that's fine. I can handle it. Not doing the best job handling it, but I can handle it. Yeah, there we go. We got through it.
Feeling tough.
It was awkward for a second there. Another competition between the same two even. Well, certainly not making that same mistake twice.
They're making me choose.
I won't forget this.
This one? Or this one? Probably this one.
I'll not abide such disregard of our past companionship, my king. In war, one must take sides, and you had best choose mine.
Huh. Yeah, he is the god of war.
Now he's angry.
Oh my. Is this something that's worth using my support on? Probably not. I only have the one left. Yeah, probably not. It's probably right to keep doing this. Oh my. This is like... I wonder if I'm doing something wrong. Probably, right? It's also very hard to get these debuffs to stick. What with Doom proccing instantly every single time, basically. Just need to get more Ares till I get that delay on it.
Capably survived my wrath, and I commend you for it. Let us continue on, as friends and kin.
Probably this one. Get a little bit of mileage out of constantly using it. probably do that. What are our options? Yeah, we're gonna do this. I would like to heal up. Hopefully we encounter Patroclus, but you know, it's okay if we don't.
Master Chaos, I pledge never to forget you or your good graces. May your wisdom and your whim forever guide me.
All right.
Is this an offering of fealty or friendship, son of Hades? I do not wish to know from you the answer, so that I might dwell on all the possibilities.
Chaos is all about possibilities.
Standing possibilities. Here before me stands the son of Hades.
Indeed.
Bearing my all-seeing artifact.
Indeed.
Appearing in the aspect of a bearer yet unborn.
Mm-hmm.
You shall be known throughout the north as Beowulf. How very droll.
Droll, huh? Increase my cast damage, huh? Pretty underwhelming, but man, that's also kind of unfortunate. I was really hoping for Patroclus. I might still get him, but it would just be a crapshoot. Yeah, we're doing stuff. I don't think I like this shield variant more than the one that I was using before. Oof. I'm curious how this shield, with the Throne Daedalus hammer that I have, if, how it pairs with the shield that I had before. You know? Seems like it would be quite good to increase the damage of the AoE after a dash, or really at all specifically, but or more broadly, but in particular, just because it's so easy to apply, it seems like. Oh yeah, I guess there's really no point in looking at them, huh?
What's in the pool this time?
Definitely not the best, but I don't hate it. Alright, let's see what the story is. No Patroclus, but a Demeter.
A little offering for you, good Lady Demeter. I'm deeply grateful for your willingness to aid me in all
So that
this.
means that we must be just before Asterius and Theseus.
I must acknowledge and accept your thoughtful gift of nectar, Zagreus. Would that the mortals showed deference thus.
It's hard to be grateful when you made the whole world an eternal winter.
You'll gain the surface of your father's realm and see my handiwork. Until such time, I'll come to your aid as I can. It's quite the entertaining pastime, honestly.
Huh. She's just out here for kicks. I guess I do this. But with my need for health presently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Asterius and Theseus, but you know.
He would pit you against me, Asterius. I can see it in his mismatched eyes. I cannot shake the terrible vision that someday or night it shall be me standing alone here whilst you take sides against me with that fiend.
I would like to side with Asterius for once. That would be kind of cool.
Asterius, about that, please consider it a standard. I'd rather have you as a friend than as a foe. Not sure that I can say the same for Theseus, of course.
You poisonous worm. I knew you had a more sinister trick at play, because your fighting style certainly is of no concern just on its own.
Oh my gosh. He just stirs up Theseus on purpose at this point. It's so funny. and Asterius is just like, look, I'm not even in the middle of this, bro. It's got nothing to do with me, I'm gonna be honest. What was I doing to get the second debuff, actually, now that I think about it? 'Cause I was getting it sometimes. Is it... Because that is... Oh, is it the crit? The mark, I mean? This is certainly got to be the worst clear. Oh, I only have heat 3, so I actually didn't have to deal with them being stronger than normal. And I'm grateful for it, because honestly, I am not prepared for even this fight. Oh no. Yeah, it does seem like it does do bonus damage. It's just seems hard to justify doing the bull rush right now for damage strictly. Oh wow, that still hit me. Not sure why though. Woohoo. Yeah, I think the double striking normal attacks would have done much more to help. Well, that wasn't super worth it. I mean, we can fight him at a standstill all day long, I guess, but... Nice. Nice. Can I wall bounce him? No. Watch out. Stop it. Stop getting hit. Stop getting hit. Whoa. No. It's okay. We have enough money to get our Death Defiance back. Just gotta make sure we keep it clean from here on out. Well, clean enough, you know. Woo. Yeah, we're there. We did it. All right. My friend. Always looking out for me, man.
The finest of all
All right. So we're certainly not getting a diamond. Well, maybe we do literally every room, we can end up with a diamond. But probably not even then. Am I nervous? A little bit. I think I'm a little nervous. I think I'm trying to not think about the fact that I'm tackling Hades with a weapon that I'm really not comfortable with. There's an Athena there. There's an Athena here.
Which tunnel?
I kind of want to do the max health first. This is kind of a comfort option. And last dash was probably unnecessary. It's okay though. Whew. I'm definitely nervous. I just wanna succeed, you know? Oh no. Taking big damage. And alright. Oh. Might need that extra money. Could very well matter. In a big way even. I could probably just go over here. Take chip damage from the rats. It's okay. So sad. Yeah, again, I got the debuff. I'm not sure what from exactly.
The blasted giant boulder has come back.
Whoa. Bad timing. Just Come on. Seems like I had trouble throwing it in the right direction there. I'm not sure why. Because you can throw it either way, right? Yeah. I don't know why. Oh. Whooper, Quagsire. Who else? We did Lapras. Another water type. Man, I really don't know. Okay. Think in terms of... We did the Spheal line. We did the Love Disc line. Oh, did we do... I think we did Shelter and... No, we did do Cloister too. Oh, did we do Slow Bro? I think we did Slow Poke. But we might not have done Slow Bro. Maybe we didn't do any of the Slow Bro line. Let's do Slow Bro now. Slow Bro. Just like that.
Victory.
Actually, not slow at all. Athena. There, she does have something, right? Yeah. With Aries, the Flourish. I need the Flourish for Aries, and the Flourish. So really the Flourish is the thing. And I can get either the Aries thing or Brilliant Riposte, finally. Get Brilliant Riposte and the game just encourages me to turtle. Oh my goodness. Not my best showing. Stop it. Oh, actually, there's some dollars there. Okay. Yeah, we're only at 460 right now, so we're well and truly away from the... Oh, I think it was a Titan's Blood this time, actually, right? Titan's Blood for 1200. So, I don't even super care about it, honestly. The Titan Blood is fine. You get twice as many Titan's Blood as you do diamonds. And, I don't really care about the things that the Titan's Blood does. Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. Okay, we're just gonna pull them away from that corner. Simply because I want to be able to hit them. It reminds me, I was playing Barony with Savage before. And the enemies there are very interesting. It's a very like low res game, but it's actually quite entertaining. And there's a lot of rooms, at least in the one region, where there's like bottomless floor, bottomless void energy or whatever. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. I'm absolutely dying. Good night. I really don't want to get got by the poison or by the snake stone. Okay. I need this flourish. Sure. That'll do. Yeah, it is just a Titan's Blood. We have an Aries and an Athena. We can get the Aries now.
Just what I need.
We'll re-roll this.
No thanks.
Can get the 8 at least. Or this. 10% more damage or the 8. Probably the 8. That's really unfortunate. We still need to keep going though. Still don't even have the satyr stack. I feel like I've taken so much damage. Mostly because I have at this point. That was really not a clean snake stone room. It was actually quite brutal. I'm not even sure what I did wrong. It was just a brutal room, I feel like. You know, if I wasn't bouncing them around, that might have helped, honestly. Yeah, that's probably what I did wrong. I wasn't directing them into walls. I was just like trying to do damage to them. And because of that, I was getting caught out, basically. Pushing them out into on the outskirts of the arena and smoking on laser beams. Sapping my health, poor thing. It's okay. Oh, nice.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, a clean kill here, right? This can matter too. How do I get crits? Does this crit? Basically randomly. So probably this.
Now back to Cerberus.
Big heal.
What's in this stuff?
Came at the right time.
Maybe I should check the other passageways before I leave.
No, we'll do Athena and just move on.
Should come in useful.
It feels unseemly to make contact from that most unpleasant boatman's stash of ill-gotten wares. Nonetheless, this was an opportunity.
I mean, this is the one. I got my Dust Defiance back. Yeah. Alright. We'll try it. Come on, Hades.
Solitary weakness, Satyr's axe proved terribly effective once again.
I don't expect you're gonna go easy on me this time, huh? I probably could use it. Destroyed his meal in 3 bites. Goo. Is 3 bites for Hades 1 bite? Or is that like 9 bites, you know?
Here we are then, Aegis. This Beowulf will be most fortunate to have your protection.
Oh, that's all we needed.
There you are, bearing my brother's blasted shield.
Yeah.
Flaunting it about so recklessly. Though what have you done to it now?
Oh, it's Beowulf, you know.
Besides awakening the aspect of a supposedly unstoppable dragon-slaying warrior called Beowulf, if it has the power to protect him against a giant lizard, I figure it may help me against you.
You presently shall find I'm no mere giant lizard, boy. Though we shall see whether this Beowulf is any help to you.
Giant lizard, huh? So yeah, I didn't have to beat Hades, just make it to the surface. Which is exactly what it said, but, you know. Well, we got the sturdy, at least. Okay. So we're gonna see if the Megara thing was a fluke or not. Ooh. Ooh. That's such a bad dodge. These guys are like the worst. Yeah. No, I think I just took damage. Oh no. As soon as I get out of the impervious state. Oh my goodness, so much damage. We're almost to the 1/3 mark though. So I should probably not take out that ad. Probably just focus on, yeah. Oh, he's still here. Did big damage though. That was like 650 or something. That was crazy. Ah, definitely missed the dodge, but oh, I missed it there too. I'm just burning through all my resources. I mean, that's what they're here for, but definitely not feeling at my maximum capacity right now. Ah, the boiling blood. Oof. Oof. Okay, well, we're halfway done. So yeah, can't do the summon. Just against him specifically, it seems like. Okay. Good to know. I should probably just do this. I might be able to build up a second R for all I know. Or ultimate. You get what I'm saying. The call. Oof. Taking so much damage. We still have a decent margin at the moment, but not for long. Not if I keep playing so reckless. Oh. Didn't quite dodge that. Ooh. Ooh. No! Oh no. I thought I was gonna dodge that too. I really did. I really thought I had input the dodge, but I was definitely too slow, huh? It's okay. So sad. Yeah, I don't really like the Beowulf thing. It's okay. I just don't like the bull rush, realistically.
Hypnos, you're not irreplaceable, you understand? If you don't shape up quickly, someone else is going to have your job.
Oh, I hear you loud and clear, Thanatos. And let me tell you, they will have the greatest job in all the underworld.
I feel like I'm not getting through to you, brother. Well, after the inevitable happens, don't come telling me I didn't try.
Don't worry, I won't.
Hypnos is like the least invested out of everyone, it seems like.
That look. I think I know it all too well. Things getting complicated for you lately, then?
Well, you know, just the usual struggles of battling toward the surface, generally to some ignoble death. Wait, you mean between me, Meg, and Thanatos, don't you?
If I may presume a bit, I gather that they share by now the feelings that you have for each of them. Each in their respective way, of course. If you love them, one, the other, perhaps both. I mean, you're gods. Follow your heart.
Whoa, just a moment there. I mean, I suppose you're not presuming much at all.
Yeah.
Follow my heart, though. Where?
Wherever it should lead. That's how it works. Yours to decide when you've gone as far as you ought, and cease with the lavish gifts. No need to send the wrong impression, and there's nothing to be gained from such an empty gesture anyhow, right?
Alright.
Right. You're right, Achilles.
So we're done with Persephone already? Yeah, we sure are.
Zagreus, how am I doing as a mother? Tell me honestly. Nyx has had so much to share about raising you. Foods you hated or enjoyed, your natural abilities, your friendships. She knows everything. Sometimes I wonder how I can ever compete.
Mother, I think you're doing great. And I'm sure you know it's not a competition between you and Nyx. I just get the benefit of having two great mothers rather than one. Or zero.
Yeah, or zero, indeed.
Thank you, my son. I know I wasn't there for most of the hard part, but I'm here now. Though when I inevitably, inadvertently trample all over your feelings at some point, please tell me, all right?
It's a deal.
There we go.
Mother, I know there may not be many things you miss from living on Olympus, though I wondered if perhaps ambrosia may be one of them. And got you some, because well, here.
Why, this really is ambrosia. How did you even acquire this, Zagreus?
I keep beating Theseus and
Brings back
Asterius.
memories for certain, and never the bad ones, which I think it must be why we prize this stuff so much. This is for me.
Yeah, sure.
It is, of course. And it's my dearest hope that at some point long from now, when you're relaxing with a bottle of ambrosia, dare I say perhaps with father, that these memories will be among the ones that spring to mind.
Oh, my son. I shall certainly not need ambrosia to think back upon getting to know you with the greatest fondness. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, Mother.
Yeah, Hades isn't back. It's not terribly surprising considering he just sent me 6 feet under. What's up, Orpheus?
Considered doing music making as a recreational pursuit, my friend.
Yeah, no, certainly not.
Such slender hands, why, I believe you do quite well at it.
Slender hands help with that, I suppose?
Not really been at the top of my list of late, mate. But who knows? It's something I've been meaning to try at some point, I suppose. Thanks for the words of encouragement.
Of course, my friend.
No Nyx this time, huh? Here you go, Megara.
Here, Meg. Contraband. I wish I could do over how we started.
I, too, wish for a lot of things. Unfortunately, there's no unraveling the fate's patterns. We can learn from our mistakes or keep repeating them. That's it.
What if I've learned from my mistakes? Have I ever done anything to hurt you since we've been like this? Discounting the unavoidable and frequent fights to the death.
There's nothing you can do to hurt me, Zag. It's just a question of whether you're worth my time.
Oh, yeah?
Well, am I worth your time then, Meg?
You know. Let me get back to you on that. I need a little time to think it through.
I see. Take all the time you need. The featured house servant Achilles.
All right. Certainly not worth that. We'll do
Need more of those, so here.
some more of this.
Extra keys. Here you go.
That might be enough, right?
I'll have that nectar.
Sure. Some bonus?
Here, you can have these, chef.
Yeah. Nice.
Why, thank you. That's one prophecy out of the way.
Yeah.
Nakeling's bored. Nothing gets past you.
Certain attempts to aid a shade of a crafty king, forced to toil eternally, hefting his boulder in Tartarus. The queen's plan. The son of the god of death shall someday single-handedly vanquish entire legions of the dead, such that even the god of war can't help but be impressed. I've already slayed 10,000 foes or more. Legendary boons. Divine pairings. Yeah, I'm kind of working on that. Chaos boons. Oh yeah, Exegriff. That'll come when it comes. I still haven't gotten concentrated volley, huh? Or charged flight. Ratha, of course. Few more for Exegriff. That's not surprising. I use Exegriff the least. So a reason to unlock the rest of the aspects. 6 diamonds is certainly worth it. 15 Titan's blood, huh? The son of the god of death shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born, while under the many conditions of the pacts of punishment. Right, yeah. So that's just like trying them all out, basically. Son of the god of death shall someday break free from the realm in which he was born, while influenced by all the many talents revealed to him by the mirror of night. That should be pretty easy to do. Close at heart. The son of the god of death shall someday equip various keepsakes from who would be closer to him. Son of the god of death shall someday learn to perform music halfway decent through the teachings of a solemn master of the art. Fascinating. And then earn the first of Skelly's prizes. We'll get to this one eventually. I'm not really worried about accelerating that at all. But deep pockets, stubborn defiance, greater reflex, all of those we can probably do right now. Actually. Stubborn defiance. So defiance, stubborn defiance, greater reflex, boiling blood. We'll start there.
Maybe this way.
Greater reflex, boiling blood. It's probably fine. Then deep pockets, family favorite, God's pride, and fated authority.
Let's see.
I think that's all of them. So deep pockets, family favorite, God's pride, fated authority. Deep pockets, family favorite, God's pride, fated authority. Yeah, we're good. Oh, we should probably put at least. Sure. I'd ideally like to max everything, I think, at some point, but trying to max the things that I actually use first. But we can get some Titan's blood if we do this, so we just gotta beat Skelly.
Hey, now that's what I'm talking about. Thanks,
Skelly?
boy,
No, we
yo.
gotta beat Hades.
Won't forget you doing me a solid like this. Cross my heart.
What heart?
No need to thank me, mate.
Mm.
Don't you dare forget it, or I'll attack you repeatedly and without mercy.
Yeah.
Say, Skelly, how'd you get here anyway?
Didn't he just come through? Oh, wait. The door's shut, right? Well, it's shut from the other
Just
side, I
kinda
guess.
zapped right in like Papa
Mm.
lets us do. Some of us sometimes. Why do you ask?
I meant, how did you get to the realm of the dead in the first place? Lord
Oh.
Hermes whisk you to the entryway, Thanatos scoop you up, Charon give you a lift. What?
Oh, well, that's a little personal, don't you think, boyo?
Mm.
I don't like to talk about it much. So, if I could have a little privacy.
Really? Seems like a
Maybe this
gaff, prank. I'm a little disappointed that I have to use a sword again so soon.
Let me see you now for what you truly are. Grant me the aspect of Poseidon.
Cast damage.
Transform.
Yeah, I think we're ready to go. Just like that. Of course, bump up the heat a little bit.
Ready as I'll ever be.
It's gonna be rough, though, versus Asterius and Theseus. Oh, but we're starting with Dionysus. Oh, I didn't do the nectar. It's okay.
Someday you will be the guest of honor at the biggest feast that you have ever seen. Oh, I know you've got your hands full for the time, so first things first.
I guess dash, right? Dash or trippy shot, they're both correct. We'll do trippy shot because I'd rather have Dionysus's dash or attack and dash. Ah, the nectar. It's okay. We still want the nectar. I don't think I had the choice of the nectar thing, because usually I would be quite tempted. I don't remember being tempted. We gotta get the Daedalus hammer. It can make a huge, huge difference. I don't like the rerolls on the doors because I never seem to want to reroll the doors, you know? I mean, I guess now, like, particularly if it's the wrong god.
Time to tune up this sword.
None of these seem extremely good. This one's okay. We'll do this one.
That'll do.
We'll go Chaos. Haven't seen a fish down here in ages, man. Where's all the Chaos fish?
Journeys through the underworld mean that we can get to know each other, Master Chaos.
Repeated generosity with me is starting to become a bit predictable. And yet somehow I nonetheless appreciate it still. How very odd. I was at times uncharitable with the goddess Nyx when we were closer long ago.
Sure.
After she bore her first children, I nevertheless expected her attention to remain undivided. I kept creating. When finally I slowed, I realized my mistake. But our connection had been severed by that point.
Interesting. I would really like this extra health, but we gotta go with the fated choice. Can I alter this and then choose the other one? Yes. I don't have like an issue with the keys. It just doesn't seem worth it relative to getting the bonus max health. Of course, now I could have re-rolled that. So, maybe it would have been. Oh, I thought that he was right there. I just couldn't see him because of the wall, but no, he's gone.
Gods grant me strength.
So we finished with a skull earring. Other than that, I guess we're just gonna try those other god spawning trinkets. Zeus and Dionysus? That sounds like something, right? Nope. But Zeus, Poseidon, and Aphrodite. I think Aphrodite wants Poseidon as well. She does. Does Dionysus want want Poseidon? He does not. Okay, but still, Zeus, Poseidon, and Aphrodite seem to all work well together as far as what I'm trying to accomplish. Could definitely use another Dionysus for my attack, though, I think. I'm not actually sure. I haven't really planned it out necessarily yet, but.
That's what you get. Lord Zeus, I bid you please accept my humble offering for all you've done for me.
Why, that is rather generous of you, and I'm grateful for it, nephew. How
Great.
good of you to make a
Mm-hmm.
Lord and ruler of Olympus on the world, why, he needs a healthy sense of humor, no, young man? There's an awful lot of spoil sports out here, can't even take a little joke. Well, I know all their mothers. Fly on all of them, I say. Let's joke away.
Zeus is a prankster, basically, is what he's saying. The strike is fine. The strike is fine.
Electric.
Definitely could use that jolted static discharge. But it's a nice thing to have. And then we have still quite a few options. Can definitely stack up Hangover with this, or the dash. Either's fine. And if we manage to stumble across Aphrodite, same story. Either's fine.
That's better.
I guess we're gonna go this way. Try and get this max health, basically.
Thanatos?
What's up, dude?
This one is off the record, Zagreus. Come on.
Alright.
This one's on me, Thad.
You're too kind. You're mine.
I was worried that guy was gonna spawn basically dead. Oh, I don't know about this guy. Yeah. I tried. Just didn't have the DPS. Well, I might have had the DPS. I just choked on the execution in that case. Either way, didn't happen. It's alright. I'm okay with it. I admit the lyrics are weak. So, yeah, we're there. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Hang on to this one.
Thank you, man. Oh, you're done? Okay. I guess we'll get the reroll from the key. With gems, it's like 5 gems, right? So like, or 6 gems now.
No need to be in such a hurry, boy.
So I actually end up with a net gain on gems by doing this, because I tend to trade the gems for keys anyway, for nectar. Gems for keys for nectar. Well, man. And the bottom of the sea. Alright. Oh, I'm supposed to just survive right now, I think. I was like, these guys are tanky. They keep spawning. It's okay. Would be a lot more okay if I stopped taking damage randomly, though. Dude, these guys are... I think I just got to position a little bit better. Yeah. Seems like a pretty decent way to get a bunch of money, though. Let's see what we're looking at. So, Artemis. Artemis really isn't in the clan. Am I totally done with Artemis? I am certainly not. Oh, but Dionysus. But I can't do Dionysus yet. Gosh. So I can do like Artemis Aid, Dionysus, Dash, or Flourish. I still want something from Zeus. And then Aphrodite would be the last thing. That would be okay.
That lush and lecher Dionysus counts you as a friend?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that there must be some mistake, yeah, Zagreus?
Nah. He gets along with them great. Dionysus and Zagreus are like very similar They seem like they would truly get along. Perhaps unlike many other pairs of characters in this game.
How is it possible I am so sick of you but never sick of killing you, Red Blood?
Yeah, what exactly does that mean? Oh my gosh. That AoE was so big. It's okay, it only does a little bit of damage, but... Oh my gosh. Oh, I went right back into it. The lunge. I feel like I'm just landing in so much damage. Managed to dodge that one. Woo, woo. Move. No. Whoa. Oh, so sad. I saw it, but I didn't react to it literally at all. Oh, I can just do this.
Got her.
Far from my proudest moment.
I can do this.
I was just checking the top to see if there was a interactable thing there. I guess it doesn't matter that we died, honestly. Because of the death, the infinity death thing. Just can only die once per room. But if you die in every room, it doesn't really matter. Except for your max health being reduced. Well, not max health being reduced, but you get what I'm saying. My current health is only whatever it ends up being.
Getting warmer.
But theoretically, I could even use it to recover health.
Must be back by now.
Oh man, so who was it last time? Oh yeah, Slowpoke. We're committing to this Slowpoke line. Slowbro.
Slowbug.
That was actually kind of close. Oh, what was it? Money? Yeah, it was money. I should have rerolled this.
Inferno bombers.
So sad. I don't think that this Titan's Blood is going to get me enough Titan's Blood in order to get the last weapons. I used so much on Chiron's bow and Coronacht, the aspect of Zagreus, I mean.
Where now?
I guess I can re-roll something.
I don't think so.
Artemis? Does this help? I don't think it helps yet. Yeah, it doesn't. I can still do this. Get support arrow, support fire. I tried so hard to not say support shot, and I still got it wrong. But I didn't say support shot. No, still got hit by that. Sad. Nice. Oh yeah, I have 2 dashes now, right? Feel like it's been ages since I've had my second dash.
Oh yes.
Clean kill, sure. Maybe this one's better though. I guess the max health. I could go through chaos. Ew. Oh my gosh, actually getting wrecked right now.
Almost hit me.
Pay these wretches.
I'll take it. Sure.
Do I go for the max health or go through chaos? I think through chaos.
Oof. In the name of Hades.
Probably this, right? I get double value for gems in darkness. I'm not gonna get that many gems in darkness though. So it's probably this. The money is useful. Ares? I can get slicing shot for Artemis. Or I can get static discharge. I think static discharge is more important. Oh my gosh. What a room. Oh, so sad. Oh, wow. Why do I have so little health? Oh, it's because you recover less? Maybe. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I've already given up, like, basically. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Wow. That's brutal, man. And sad. That actually makes me real sad.
Just don't like company.
Wow.
Mr. Hypnos, I wanted to check in with you again regarding the procession line that's right in front of you, right over there. It's moving pretty slow.
Oh no! Those shades, they just go on and on and on and on forever, blathering about this or that. I mean, Lord Hades, it's a wonder he can stand it, listening to them every day or night.
Well, it's just, I think you were supposed to keep things moving, so if they're taking too long, I guess maybe you could say something, or any bright ideas?
Dusa, I don't think this is...
It's a toughie, Dusa, because I think it's important that the shades who wait their turn, why, that they get a chance to say their piece. But it's a real tricky situation you bring up, so let me tell you what I'm gonna do. I am going to sleep on it, and then get back to you.
Okay, well, if you don't, though, I'll check in with you again later, I guess, because I'm under orders, so, bye.
Poor Dusa.
Goodbye.
I have to thank you for the mirror back there, lad.
Mirror. Oh, yeah.
Look at things out in the Great Hall every now and then.
Of course, sir. Don't mention it. You're really stuck having to guard this corridor most of the time, huh?
Yeah, it does seem that way.
Oh, certainly, it's an important corridor. Think of it. If just any shade could pass through either of those doors back there, your father's barely keeping it together as it is.
Well, this should help you keep an eye on him.
You're Thanatos.
Hey, Than. For all the times you've bailed me out and just all the times you've been around for me, I thought I'd get you this. The real thing.
Ambrosia. Zagreus, where did you even... Don't you think this is a bit excessive?
I mean, do you want it?
You say that like it's a bad thing. A little bit of excess from time to time never hurt anyone, I'm sure.
Oh, you would be surprised. Though if you're going to embarrass me, you know what? I am going to reciprocate. Behold.
What? Thanatos, is this... You're really giving Mort to me?
Mort, huh?
I'm deeply honored. Than, you know, Hypnos, he adores you. Besides just driving you to madness now and then.
I'm rather used to the relationship, thanks, Zagreus. Seems like you got to know him pretty well.
So far.
Well, dying repeatedly can end up bringing people closer, I suppose.
I don't know what's worse, dying repeatedly or Hypnos. Although I guess I'm grateful for your patience with him, Zag.
He's like an annoying little brother to me.
What's up, Cerberus?
Cerberus is comfortably at rest, observing all.
Take care.
Here you go, man.
You like this stuff, don't you, boy? Well, good, because I like sneaking it over to you.
The delectable taste of nectar is an enough to briefly sate even the ferocious appetite of the Hound of Hell.
Hades over there complaining about me petting my dog. What a stick in the mud.
So
What's up, man?
what happened when you first arrived, if I may ask? Some of your residents seem to remember the Queen from before, yet the Olympians just never found out.
They had no jurisdiction here. No knowledge of our goings-on. Well, Hermes did perhaps, but in a very limited capacity. As far as anybody knew beyond this realm, our queen was Nyx. Ask nothing more of this.
Alright.
Alright, alright. Orpheus must be in Asphodel.
Oh.
Here's the commission. At least we have a backup singer if we need one.
Who requested that?
Say, Meg's the featured servant of the house.
Indeed, she is.
Freshly caught, just for you, chef. Pleasure doing business.
Yeah, far from my best run there. What's up, Nyx?
Olympians can't really see me, can they, Nyx? I mean, not very well. I get that they can sense details here and there, but they don't know the full extent of what's going on. Are we really so far beyond their influence?
Well, it's mostly Nyx, right?
You are enshrouded from them, child. For your own benefit and theirs. They know as much as necessary to assist.
Okay.
And I trust they shall, for as long as you require. They are bound to one another as family. And they know that you require aid. Do not be too prideful to accept.
I won't.
Okay. Can you do a run without getting any Olympian aid? I wonder.
More decor.
That thing is gigantic.
A delicately crafted instrument of music making now resides within the clamor causing Prince's chambers, doubtless fearing, if it could, his heavy-handed touch.
Can't be that hard to play, can it?
Hmm.
Well...
Hmm. I mean, you gotta practice to get better, brother. I wonder if I need to ask Orpheus about this. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem like this is getting anywhere. We'll do it a few more times. Maybe like 5 more. Maybe it's like every time I come through. I'll try it once. Learn to perform music halfway decent through the teachings of a solemn master of the art. Solemn master of the art. It's got to be Orpheus, right?
Feeling good.
Here you go, man.
Look here, pal. I can't just keep accepting this from you. Now, when they're paying me already, I got standards to uphold, you know?
I will look the other way if you do, mate. Now here, or else.
Or else. Oh my gosh, this again? Alright, we're definitely changing it up at least.
Let's test the bond between us. Grant me the aspect of chaos. Done. What's this one do?
More damage in an area in front of you after a brief delay. Interesting. And we'll move on from this. We've used Dionysus before. I guess we can just use everybody real quick just to get the perk and then max them out over time after.
Should help.
So this is Zeus with a shield.
I've gone farther than I can see from here.
Yeah, it's not terrible. Too much? Yeah. Okay. I could be trying these other things. Kind of spooked by them, to be honest. But I certainly can. What is this? So healing is worse. And they do bonus damage. Maybe not together? Sure. Just seems like particularly worse. Particularly bad. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Wretches of the underworld, take heed.
Your grandparents? The Titans they were called. Long since passed from this world, boy. You have my assurance, however, that you did not miss much in having never met.
I swear, this family.
Yeah. It gets worse before it gets better, too.
Is but a trifle, Uncle Zeus, for all your magnanimity.
So fine a gift again, my dear nephew. Would that my sons and daughters on Olympus here would show me such respect from time to time.
Alright. And what are you actually going to give me, though?
Now that's the Aegis that I know and love.
Sure is.
Or used to love, at least, the dear old thing. Now I quite love these shocking bolts of mine. Though I am proud you've given Aegis a good home, and bear it in my name.
Yeah. I think the shock is the answer, right? I should really, like, have it committed to memory at this point. Or strike. I said shock. They all shock. Yeah, we'll do the strike.
Is my hair sticking up?
Doesn't it always? Certainly not upset about this max health.
Surprise.
Man, I died in Asphodel for the first time in ages and ages.
I'll take another.
Oh my gosh. So sad. At least I get my reroll refunded, I guess. Alright.
Another key.
I guess I do want the nectar, actually. I was going to re-roll the key, but just to see what it gave me, but realistically, I do really want this nectar. It's pretty important, you know? I want to be friends with everybody. Everybody. Even Hypnos. Hypnos is fine. I don't mind Hypnos. But he does strike me as the annoying little brother type. How are we doing, by the way? Some people are going better than others, but we're certainly going. You're done. You're capped out. You're going. You're also going.
Achilles thinks that I'm the god of blood.
Huh. Interesting. Wow, she's doing quite well. All of those guys are quite good. Cerberus still has a ways to go. Skelly still has a little bit of room. So does Persephone. Okay. Yeah, we can definitely use a Daedalus hammer. Dashing away from the shield seems pretty good. Sure.
Perfect.
Oh, we gotta catch up with Boldy and Sisyphus.
Well, hey, sir.
What up, dude?
Hey, Prince Ed, I have the strangest rumor.
Yeah?
Here's the thing, I'll give it to you straight. I have heard you've been consorting both with Megara the Fury and with that old stiff Thanatos. Can you believe it?
Yeah?
Sisyphus, I don't know where you heard that, but it's true. They're just doing their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I know how it looks, but you're my friend as well, and I don't want you to forget that.
Look, I do appreciate the sentiment, Your
Mhm.
Highness. I'm just surprised. I thought we shared a common foe in them is all.
Mhm.
What can I say? I hope that someday I can see them how you see them.
Yeah, no.
Thank you for understanding, sir. Besides, maybe I can get them to cut you some slack.
Yeah, no, those are definitely my friends, homie.
All right.
Here you go, Boldy.
Boldy, ever get the feeling that we've had this conversation in the past?
Hmm. Ares, huh? I don't think Zeus and Ares have anything. They do not. So what is it?
How about no?
Poseidon. I know I need stuff with Poseidon, but maybe not Zeus and Poseidon. Oh no, that is something. Very good.
Think you'll go all the way this time?
I hope so, man. Nice. Here you go, Poseidon.
Mighty Poseidon, greatest of my uncles, arguably. Please accept this gift.
For all the times I'm offered gifts or sacrifices, little nephew, I still always very much appreciate it. I mean, look, I'm grinning ear to ear.
Poseidon kind of has like genie vibes, weirdly enough.
Nephew, why, the seas up here, they're just about as widely feared as your vast underworld down there.
Yeah, true.
The water can be deadlier than bronze.
Tidal dash. I can just do flood shot. Yeah, okay, then we do flood shot. I don't love flood shot, but it's fine. Ugh, no reroll on these gems. Yeah, and it ended up being that gems are the thing that I care about the least, huh? Basically just because darkness gives me max health and gems just gives me a few dollars. Doesn't even give me enough dollars to be worth it, I feel like. I get it though. Because, I don't know, 50 seems like a lot, and that's kind of where I would be, where I would want to be.
Should be something useful here.
15 encounters? That's a long time. 10% more health is not much health, too. Yeah, I think we go. I think we pass on that. Yeah, oh my gosh, this place is terrible. Get this palm of power, I guess. Can improve my strike. Oh, yeah. Kind of got rocked by that a little bit. So interesting. I didn't even consider that Sisyphus might have an issue with me because I hang out with Thanatos and Megara, but yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. It's like, oh yeah, of course, I've been friends with him this whole time. I thought you knew.
Yeah, might as well.
Like, I am Prince of the Underworld and all, so we kind of have like, we're kind of on a first name basis. But then again, I am trying to break out, so kind of get how you could imagine that we're just like straight up enemies, but no, it's really just Hades, and even not really Hades.
Very nice.
He's more the antagonist than the bad guy, if that makes sense. In fact, it seems like Demeter's the bad guy of this story, even though she's like not really doing anything to me specifically. All right. Trying to make it move. Trying to get some movement, some motion. I am pretty disappointed about that Asphodel run, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like, you know, I just wasn't there, I guess. The biggest problem is like, I feel like I don't know what I did so wrong as to lose the run there, you know? I feel like I was doing fine, and then maybe I didn't even lose the run because of that room in particular. Maybe it was more so that I was so low when I entered it. And I did just kind of like randomly go into chaos even though I was super low. You know? Maybe that's it.
So,
It's always darkness and gems, huh? Well, at least we're getting the max health out of it. Nice. Easy peasy, honestly. Charon. Well, certainly I can talk to him. What's up, dude?
you know, I thought you'd say that, Charon, mate, but I insist you take it and enjoy, all right? Charon, Hermes told me that the other Olympians are unaware he's lending his support to me.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know what's going on. Thinking of asking Nyx. Figured I'd check with you first.
Whoa.
I'll keep it to myself for now, then. Thanks. Cheers.
Yeah, he was quite pissed. 210 and 175. Did he increase the prices? He was so pissed he increased the prices.
You beat Electo, Zag.
Yeah.
Could hear her screaming her head off about it all the way through Tartarus.
Hmm.
I almost want to thank you.
I almost want to say you're very welcome. Have you and she always been on bad terms like this?
We have long-standing differences. It's worse with family. You know what it's like.
I wonder what their differences are, or if I'll find out about them.
Alright, you wretched shades, appear.
Interesting. So I didn't respect her last phase, so I wasted it. It's okay. Can I get another use of it from Charon's shop? Yes, seems so.
Thank you.
Okay, so who... Do I have everything I need for that Poseidon? Boon? I don't know which one it was. Is it this? Sea Storm, yes. Yes, I do. So I can change it from Zeus to Poseidon.
Should help.
So you can't change from one summon to another. That makes a decent amount of sense, because otherwise you'd be able to just go between them every floor. Thanatos is definitely harder to use, I think. Like, significantly harder. I don't know if his is worth it, even though it's like 50% stronger. Because I also don't know how much 50% stronger even matters. Seems like it does so much damage, you know? And you're not using it against Hades. Or at least I'm not right now. Not for lack of charges. So, yeah, I'm kind of curious where I'm supposed to be using them. I imagine it's just to help the other bosses. Even though I feel like I need help with those bosses at least. You know, it's probably honestly to help with just like random rooms. Like specifically the Witch Bolt room. The Witch's Circle one. Because that one can be brutal sometimes for no reason. Be kind of hard to use either of them, but I could see it working. I could certainly get at least like 2 of them. Maybe 3. I mean, I could definitely get all of them, but I could see it consistently getting like 3 of them. Oh, kind of stood on that. Whoops. All right. Furries or money? Probably money. Unless I'm trying to cast, I really don't think that Hermes is that important. He's got useful stuff. The dodge thing, the movement speed, the sturdy, they're all very useful. But I feel like money's gonna make it more likely that I, you know, convert the run. As opposed to just improving my quality of life, basically. So yeah, before when I said I could probably die and get more health, probably not true. Because the way this thing works, I forgot that it doesn't set you to 50% like the Death Defiances do. It's like 30% or whatever. So it's still possible to profit health, but like, it'd be so low. Perfect for that thing with Megara though. Skull earring or whatever it is. Seems perfect for that. Just because it gives you consistently low health and a consistent blanket. You just gotta play, you know, 50% well.
Vitality.
I think we go here. Athena also has something. Is it with Poseidon? It probably is. Yeah, it is. So maybe I should do that. Strike, shock, flourish. Strike, shot, flourish, dash, aid. So flourish probably.
You two again.
Oh man, if I had Athena already, it would be actually kind of huge if it was flourish. Oh, I kind of wandered into that one. Whoops. Taking a ton of damage for no reason. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Made it through it. Not the cleanest, but...
Please accept this gift. Your wisdom ever guides me toward the light.
Hi, how very generous of you to offer me this gift. I'm very grateful, though I ask that you not go out of your way on my account. Let's please stay focused here. You're badly injured, aren't you, cousin?
Yeah.
I wish that I could will the pain away, though at least I can provide you this.
Probably flourish, right?
Your wisdom guide me. Off we go.
All right. It's weird that I feel like I'm so scared of Asphodel now. I guess the other Death Defiance is just so much better for, like, maintaining my health bar, huh? Which is interesting, because I feel like the other one is the one that makes the game easier. But the way that this one is designed, it's like as if you expect to die in every room. I guess when you don't die in every room, this one is way harder, huh? Kind of the same choice as before. Oh, Thanatos. What's up, dude?
Good, I'm not too late. Got here as quickly as I could.
Can you deal death back? Let's find out. You die next.
I think I got that guy, yeah. Oh, I threw that the wrong direction. Whoops. Oh, we tied. Wow. I feel like Thanatos popped off at the end there. Here you go.
For you, Thanatos.
Mhm.
The Olympians might be accustomed to this stuff, but I think we should have our share of it down here. At least you should.
Yeah.
You know, the Olympians do have good taste in certain things. The last bottle you gave me, it was better than expected. Though I almost decided not to try it at all.
But try it you did. And now you'll get to try this one for comparison's sake. Each one's supposed to be different, you know.
Oh, really?
Different, huh? Well then, I guess I'll have to see what you mean by that. Thank you, Zach. You didn't have to do this.
Look at him. Look at him. He's smiling. It's so weird.
Yeah, but I wanted to.
Good to see you taking little Mort there on one of your strolls.
Yeah, man.
Means I can better keep an eye on you out there.
Yeah, man.
He's been great to
I definitely whiffed you earlier, but I appreciate you for trying.
After all this time. You used to always carry him around. I was so sad for you when he got lost.
And I cannot believe you still remember that. Regardless, he will not be getting lost again under your supervision. Accurate?
Indeed.
Accurate.
Alright. Need to get some healing in us.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Why is everything so expensive right now, bro? Damn. Do I even need Ares? No. Yes. Curse of Agony and Pain. Special. And Strike. I have room for my Flourish, right? I do not. Well. Sorry, man. Not trying to replace Athena's flourish. Alright, Lerny. Oh. Oh yeah, that's why everything's so goddamn expensive. That's the thing that I picked up. It just coincidentally, yeah, that's very funny, very silly. I was like, man, I feel like I'm struggling abnormally. And also it's weird that Lerny is just regular. And also the Furies were, now that I think about it. But yeah, that's exactly what I asked for. I forgot. Oh my gosh. It's so silly. Okay. Forgore. Okay. Oh yeah, and I have the double dash too. Man, things are all different. Whoa. Watch your step, brother. We're mostly doing it. Yeah, this feels good. Feels right. Using Zeus's shield. It seems less annoying than it was before. Maybe I'm just more acclimated to it, but regardless, certainly less bothered by it. Alright. Oh. Whoa. Definitely don't let that guy spawn in. Did my shield break that first one before it came out? Whoa! Look at my shield go! It got him all by its lonesome! That's crazy.
Something for the mirror.
Okay. Some good healing.
Just as we were finishing cleaning up.
I think I'm alright on healing for now. I could switch up the boons again. Can I do Zeus again in order to get another Zeus? Or I could force in an Aphrodite. That would be something as well. Might even be preferable, honestly. Did I already do Aphrodite? I did not. Okay, we'll do that then.
Closer.
Grab an Aphrodite on my dash, specifically. Maybe the aid. Both would be fine. I think the dash would be better. I need jolted from Zeus too. Yeah, see, the next room wasn't Aphrodite. What am I looking at? Like, didn't I get a Daedalus hammer earlier? I have no idea what it does, if I did. Man, that guy got rinsed. Guy got roasted. I'm like, just swinging in his direction, not hitting him literally at all. Gosh. I definitely feel like I'm fading fast, if you will. This might have to be the last run for the night. I'm trying to think. So I ended up stopping an hour early last time, which would have been, I think it was like 5 to 1, something like that. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. So this one, I guess.
That should do it.
Which would be 8 hours. 7 to, yeah, 7 becomes 8. And then this time we started at about the normal time. And it's 1 now. Which would be, again, 8 hours. Well, 8.5 now. which is 16 plus 15, I think is what we did before, which is 31. So it's a question of if I did 9 hours at one point. I don't necessarily need to get like exactly 40. I'm really trying to get, that's the goal, is to like consistently be at 40 hours a week, you know? On average, and that's kind of why I'm like, the standard plan is 5:30 to 7:30, which is 7 hours during the week, three nights a week, which is 21, plus 30 hours from the weekend, 15 hours both on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm like well and truly over it. So it really doesn't matter to me that much if I'm a little short, but it's like, you know, out of the principle of the thing, I'm trying to be consistent at the time investment, and also the production quality matters as well. Trying to be present and active. And with me starting to fade, I feel like it's perhaps prudent that I go ahead and like tap out after this. So we'll definitely see this run through while I still have at least some energy. No? Still definitely active, still definitely here, present in the moment. But I do definitely feel feel a little blurry, a little spacey. And I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow. I think I mentioned that before, but just wanted to reiterate that just now, in this very moment.
My, but if this isn't such a treasure to behold, and I accept it as a sign of your affection, of something even more, perhaps?
No. I do have a poster, though. Wall scroll.
Godlin, you must know the 7 types of love by now, don't you?
7, huh?
It's quite a complicated field, though several types intrigue me most of all. In fact, why, I have several types of love for you right here.
Oh, yeah? Dash, huh? The charm would also be sick. Or the aid. But the dash is really, well, they both could be quite useful. I don't have a debuff at the moment, but I could get one with Zeus. So if I have this and I get that Zeus debuff, that'll dramatically increase my damage. Athena could expose them too. This is Aphrodite. Yeah. We have to go Athena here. Not that I want the Palm of Power anyway, honestly. Oh, Asterius, what's up, dude?
You've come, short one. I dreamed of this very moment.
Did you?
Come on, Asterius. We've fought how many times already? What's there to dream about?
Yeah, what's up, man?
No, I dreamed. And in my dream, there was something I had to tell you.
Yeah?
Rather, something you have to tell the weapons you wear in your hands. Tell them, I see you overcome the wild and make peace with death.
Really?
Hey, I know
Malphon's
That's
fist.
a waking phrase. So I'm to speak it to Malphon. Wait, why are you helping me?
Yeah, what's up, man? I appreciate it.
I'm helping you or not.
Huh.
But in my dream, an ancient hero fought a beast of a man barehanded. They became friends in the end, after a great battle. I long
That sounds like that, was it Gilgamesh? Is it the Epic of Gilgamesh? And, the guy he became friends with? I think, Red just did a video on it recently. Pretty sure. It sounds right. I don't think I'm making that up. It could be literally anyone though with that description. It's like kind of a called shot, to be honest. Nah, still got hit by that. I was kind of hoping to get him to like be where the shield was. It just didn't really work out that way. Alright. Took a ton of damage there. I definitely could have played safer.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Parting shot, huh? Your cast gains any bonuses you have for striking foes from behind. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, this is the one. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything at the moment, though. I just saw the it was the death battle with Dimitri and Guts, like probably yesterday, and I gotta say, I've been a big fan of Death Battle. Well, not a big fan of Death Battle. I definitely enjoyed their stuff. I don't know if I'm like, you know, screaming from the rooftops how much I love Death Battle, but you know, definitely an enjoyable experience. Probably seen like literally everything that they posted, and was surprised at the ending. I won't spoil it. Definitely do check it out. Dimitri, the Fire Emblem Three Houses character, didn't know anything about him. Haven't played that game. Probably should though, because like, seems like something that I'm really interested in personally. Like, I really do like Fire Emblem a lot, particularly the first NA game. What is it? Not Blazing Sword. Whatever it is. It's the one with Elowood and Lynn, as opposed to Roy, who's in Melee. Very weird that that happened, by the way. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm so distracted. I gotta play the game, man. You gotta stay awake. All right. Let's see if I can just sort of, kind of. I almost did it. All right. Still nothing here, huh? Sure. Ooh, I have an extra use now. But it's a one-time use, I see. Well, that's certainly worth it. And it may indeed be helpful in a big way. Well, not if I keep taking damage randomly. I don't know how much of a pain it's going to be to set up my Switch for streaming though, so I'm a little spooked by that. Should be straightforward though. It's just like, you just gotta plug it in basically, right? Let me see. Is there something else that oh, I don't have Fire Emblem Three Houses as well. I don't think. Pretty sure I don't. But I have like Mario Odyssey, which I think I've never played. I did actually play through Sword and Shield, but that's like, I think the only game I played on the Switch other than Smash Bros. Despite having like 4 or whatever games.
I'll pay for that.
It's pretty sad. I need this Patroclus. And I also want to check in with your boy. So, it's very convenient in that way. Hey, what's up, dude?
You know, for such a loudmouth, obnoxious braggart, Theseus does seem to have formed a strong kinship with the Bull of Minos, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Are they truly as inseparable as they seem? I feel bad for the bull.
Sometimes it's our differences that make us drawn to one another, no?
Oh, yeah?
And at other times, there's no accounting for taste.
Okay.
Often don't know which is which, and they can have each other, far as I'm concerned.
He's like, yeah, man, I don't really care. Restores 50% more health for 15 encounters. That seems like a lot. I feel like that can get me straight through to Hades. But I do need this health.
Thank you, sir.
We'll go with Charon. Goo.
I'll take it.
Goo. So expensive. Fish, huh? Oh, naturally.
Here's something to remember, fishies.
From the movie. He talks. Is that Pokemon the movie 2000? I think so.
Right there.
Slowking.
Perfect time.
Isn't it funny that Slowking and Slacking are both Pokemon? And they have like nothing to do with each other? Alright.
I'm telling you, you're wrong, Asterius. He is no royalty, most certainly not any I would recognize. He's but a nameless, long-forgotten minor god, born of the depths and bound to stay in them.
Okay.
I too once was berated by such words, King. We faced this enemy how many times? And in my estimation, he's fought bravely here.
Bravely? Hiding behind those pillars is what you call bravely, Asterius? We shall have to discuss this strange lapse of judgment after we achieve our victory.
Uh-oh, they're having a bit of a lover's spat. In front of the entire crowd and everything. Oh, definitely got me with that. Ooh, big damage. My shield is just like popping off over there, doing absolutely nothing. Nice placement there, though. Alright. Got him. Oof, he got me. Oh, no, he got me again. Not that time, though. Oops. Canceled that on accident. Oh, Demeter, huh? I don't think I've seen him with Demeter before. Ooh, big damage. Oh my goodness. Yo, Demeter, chill. Yo, Demeter, chill. That is not what. Please, relax, bro. Relax. What? I literally can't even, bro. Please, Demeter, please. She's going way too hard. It's really not that serious. Come on, man. What am I supposed to do? Help! Help! She puts the whole AOE right underneath his feet, man. I can't move. Help! God bless, man. Demeter's popping off for this dude. Stop. Oh my gosh. Her attack pattern is the worst, man. I can't do anything. I died 2 times specifically because of Demeter. She absolutely destroyed my soul, man. Please help. Why are you all just watching? Help. Don't just watch. It's a murder. Oh my gosh, Demeter, bro, the typhoon, the winter storm. Like, what am I supposed to, I don't, she's too powerful, man. She's too powerful. All right, Zeus. Oh, I can't do that anymore. Okay. I can just do this. And just finish off that. Sure. Why not? What do you have here? This is definitely gonna get me there, right? Yeah. I'm scared. I don't want to lose to Hades, but I think I'm definitely going to. I'm definitely scared. I'm spooked. I'm shook.
Just got to get through Cerberus.
I thought I was just gonna beat Theseus and Asterius like normal, and then Demeter came out and popped off in a big way. Lugia should count as a water type, but it isn't. Psychic flying. Is there a water flying mon? Yeah. I got it.
Fishing time.
There's a few of them even. Swana's the one that came to mind. Alright, what's the story here? 1,000 for a diamond? That's not terrible. What's up, Charon? You chilling? I'm so spooked. I'm literally shook right now. The winter storm thing was just so truly beyond my expectations. I feel like she's doing so much. Nobody else does as much as she did. I swear. Because like she placed it like right under his feet and everything. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just have ranged attacks? I mean, I do have a ranged attack. I guess I could have just played defensively and just like waited it out, but like, bro, I got hit by it and was just like literally afraid. Literally just fear. What is it Achilles says? Fear is a weakness? No, fear is for the weak. That's it. We got there. Alright. No, this guy. Oh. I can't. Yeah, there we go. I was struggling to interact with it for some reason. Okay. So my max health is looking actually pretty okay. I have enough for this diamond, which is pretty good. I think the diamond... It is more expensive, but not by enough to matter, I don't think. We can get that Aphrodite boon. So we probably should try it. Ares is the other one, right? Yeah. There's no point in that. I mean, we could still do Ares, don't get me wrong. Might be the first time I end up with 5. I feel like there was a weird noise there. Also, that green box. So they use like that light green to like counter shade or whatever for like rim lighting. But it seems like sometimes there'll be like a hard edge that doesn't seem like it's supposed to be there. It was just in that last room. I'll point it out to you the next time I see it. I don't know if it's on purpose. It looks... I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just looks like it might be like a graphical error, like something isn't a missing texture. Something isn't a missing texture. Eloquent. I usually only see it when I go through, of course, as soon as I bought healing. Probably this one, right? Doing bonus damage to weakened foes is also good. Yeah, I'll do that, I guess. Okay, so we have the Satyr Sack. We're all the way up.
Just what I need.
Okay. For all the marbles, the redemption. We have 7 more. So if I got the thing from Patroclus, that would have been like literally 1 more room, basically 1 or 2 more rooms. So I would actually still have the thing from Patroclus as well. Ow. So that is good to know. I was right about Patroclus's thing lasting for basically the rest of the run. Just depends on how many room encounters you have in Styx, basically.
Take care of then.
Your rampage through my realm ends here and now.
I mean, it really does. It really does. I mean, I'm outside of your realm, but it really does either way. Ah, that definitely hit me. Ooh. Ah, I didn't expect that. Dodge that one, though. Yeah, I seem to want to dodge really, really early. So having the second dash is tremendously helpful, specifically for that. Okay. Had I known he was going to run away instantly, I probably would have focused those ads way sooner. I took big damage from that. Very unfortunate. Pretty sad about that. Speaking of taking big damage, I keep getting hit by literally every one of his burning bloods. Literally every single one of them. At least that deflect helped. Woo. Nice. Oh, so sad about that. Ooh. Oof. Oof. It's always so close. Nice dodge. Oh my gosh, I got hit by that twice. So now I had to do this next part entirely flawless, basically. Well, starting off right. I'm so scared of getting hit by anything. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Full gamer concentration. Enter the Matrix dialed in. I didn't even see it. I literally didn't even see it. Yeah, it was... He was definitely doing the attack, but I just wasn't paying enough attention.
I'll get you for this, Father.
It's okay. Here you go, Hypnos. Oh, we're really running out.
You must have really gotten pretty far out there if you could get me one of these, so wow. And thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
You lighten up my numerous untimely deaths, Hypnos.
Yeah, there is some truth to that.
Oh, you just startled me there is all. I was just, hi.
Yeah?
Hey, everything all right there, Hypnos?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Everything definitely is. It's Thanatos. He said some stuff, and now I'm not so sure I'm doing the best job I can, you know?
Really?
I'm sure he wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. Wait, what am I saying? He's always been harsh with you, hasn't he?
Yeah, right.
Hey, what if he doesn't like me anymore? He's got other brothers.
I'll talk to him.
What's up, Achilles?
Fallen warrior in Elysium we spoke of.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a good man, though. Was he always the despondent sort?
No, lad. I was that sort, I think, but he was not. He was one of the only men I knew who did not look upon me as a threat.
Really?
He saw something in me I never knew was there. And in turn, with him, I felt... how to describe it? Calm. Whole.
Sure, sure.
I'm restless all the time. I can only imagine.
He had this wry humor about him, like he was wise beyond his years. A quality I trust shall see him through his struggles now. Although, I hoped residing at Elysium would mean he wouldn't have to struggle any longer.
He shouldn't, sir. And neither should you.
What's going on with these two?
Persephone, all of us, we are most pleased you're back. If there is anything that I can do to ease your acclimation to this house, you need but ask.
Great.
Why, thank you, Thanatos. I'll take you up on that if I can think of anything anytime soon. But my, you've grown. I understand you've been looking after my son in the meantime.
Sort of?
Your son, he is very capable of looking after himself, it turns out. Though I try to be there just in case. Though I must beg your pardon, Queen. Someone awaits me on the surface now.
I know how mortals hate waiting around.
All right.
This nectar not fancy enough for you, boy, is that it? You've developed quite the delicate palate at your distinguished age.
Yeah, no kidding.
Though having little appetite remaining for the lightness of nectar's flavor, the multi-headed monster of the underworld nevertheless accepts.
He's been eating so many satyr sacks, you know?
Laws of Cerberus busily grooms the other two.
Here, boy. Just as long as one of your three heads enjoys these pets.
Now, what do we have here?
Here's the fee. If Hypnos is going to be sleeping on the job, you have to do it in the lap of luxury. Work approved. Let's lighten up that southwest hole a bit.
Yeah, sure. What's up, Orpheus?
I got myself a lyre much like yours, except I'm absolutely miserable when I try to play. Got any advice?
Yeah?
Oh, why, that's splendid, Zagreus. And I can certainly show you a thing or two. First, the proper posture is important. Here.
Really?
Now remember to practice the plucking technique which I taught you, and mind your offhand constantly. And above all, continue practicing. The joyfulness is in the practicing itself.
Thanks for the impromptu lesson, mate.
Yeah, sick. What's up, Nix?
Alas, you have seen much of Hypnos lately, child.
Indeed.
I hope you find his disposition somewhat tolerable. Please tell me plain if this is not the case.
Sounds like you're saying I should get him in trouble right now.
Oh, he's not so bad, Nix. Proud of your sleepy, cheerful son. Who else among us is able to muster that kind of enthusiasm?
True. No comment. She has literally no words to say about that. Here you go.
Hey, Meg, you're off duty, aren't you? Look, I was just hoping you might want to split this with me. Best if I could find out there, and I would give it all to you. It's just, maybe you wouldn't mind some company. From me.
You sound a little tongue-tied, Zagreus. Just like you always used to around me.
You're not exactly easy to approach, you know.
True.
So, how about it then? Care for a drink with me?
Open it up and we can go from there. You should have seen the look on your face.
Look at her
You walk
face.
a lot more confidently now. Though I think deep down you're still that inexperienced little godling that you used to be.
Hmm.
And I think deep down you're not the heartless harbinger of retribution that you want for everyone to think you are.
Hmm.
But I can keep your secret if you're willing to keep mine. What do you say?
That sounds an awful lot like blackmail, Zagreus. You stoop to that with me?
No, I was just... That's not what I meant at all.
I just want to see you squirm. Thanks for the company and for the drink. Guess I'll be seeing you around.
Wow. Megara smiling is not something I expected to see today. Also, that art of Megara is fantastic.
We're proud of you, House Contractor.
Like, truly, truly a joy to my eyes to witness. I am so out of nectar. It's okay. It all went to a good cause. What's this? What have I done to deserve this? Cause of death over indulgence? Hmm.
Update the menu, clean the stove, stock the honor bar, sweep the rug, dust
Honor
the
bar?
rafters, mop the flooring, pay the broker. Oh, sorry, Prince. Way behind on my assignment, so if you'll excuse me, please.
Do so, wait, before you fly away. There must be something I can do to help pitch in with everything.
Yeah, right?
It doesn't matter how good you are at your job. What you're describing, that's more than one individual can handle.
Hmm.
Your Highness, please. I know you mean well, but I have this. Wish everybody wouldn't doubt me all the time. Like
True.
a house contractor just gets to stand around waiting for work orders. Unless they come from me, then no.
You have work orders?
Ooh, that might be my fault. I've been giving the contractor lots of work.
Oops.
Some of those lounge orders must be coming from you, right? This place is really shaping up.
What? Wait. Then you're the one who's been authorizing all these improvements?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Nope.
Just trying to help.
Huh.
Here's what I caught.
So maybe I've been anti-helpful for her? Hmm. Whoops. I thought, whoops.
Seems like a good deal. Here are the gems.
Okay. Well, we still have much to do, but we've made much progress. Thanatos is looking pretty good. Megaro's looking quite solid. Still got a little more for Chaos and Charon. Nyx is still capped out. I don't know what I need to do. I guess I can talk to Hypnos and Thanatos more. Zeus, Athena, Poseidon, Aphrodite, Ares, Dionysus, Hermes, Demeter. They're all kind of at the same level. Cerberus is maxed out for now. So is Achilles. Orpheus is totally done. Sisyphus is maxed out for now. Eurydice, I haven't actually spoken to her alone since they've met each other again. Patroclus is kind of done. Cerberus, we went over. Dusa. Oh, still 1 for Skelly and 2 for Persephone. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, we're actually running out of things that I actually need nectar for. So that's good. That's definitely good. Because I am a little worried about running out again. But it seems like soon I'm going to have nothing to spend it on at all, even.
It's only a matter of time, I suppose.
Oh, and 2 ambrosia?
Where would I be without my friends?
Yeah, indeed. The godlike king. So yeah, there's that new... The godlike king. That sounds like they're describing Gilgamesh.
Power.
Guru Gameshi. I'm really curious. Should I wait? No, we do it now.
I see you overcome the
We end with a
world in
bang.
peace with death.
Yeah, Gilgamesh. We nailed it.
Gilgamesh.
setup, heavy attack, +2 dashes, rapid dashes, dash upper inflicts maim. Press space to dash, then immediately press 3 to uppercut. Maim. Foes take 25% more damage, but deal 50% more damage. Then take a burst of damage. Fascinating. Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in trying this. Aspect of Gilgamesh. You have the claws of Enkidu. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Whose dash upper can maim foes. The aspect of Demeter also kind of seems pretty good after you upgraded it. After you upgrade it more. The dash upper increases damage they take, but also damage that they deal. That shouldn't matter. Well, by 50% for 4 seconds. That could matter a lot for bosses, I guess. And if you're trying to make them take more damage, you would expect that would be because you think that they're going to live for a little while. +2 rapid dash charges. Interesting, interesting. I'm certainly interested in trying it. I don't have any Titan's Blood right now, though, so it'll have to be later. So yeah, we'll come back. We'll give Skelly his nectar, too. But for now, we're going to call it. As I said before, no stream tomorrow, but that's okay. We'll be back come Sunday. Big stream like always. And that's it for me. I appreciate you guys for coming. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.